You feel it, don't you? That creeping anxiety, that unbearable nagging voice in your head whispering you're wasting your life. You try to ignore it, drown it out with distractions, but deep down you know the truth. You're running out of time, the years are slipping through your fingers, and with every second you hesitate, another man, one who started with nothing, just like you, is out there taking everything that should have been yours. When you finally wake up, when you finally decide to take this seriously, it'll be too late. You've been lying to yourself for years, telling yourself you're working on it, that one day you'll get serious, that eventually you'll have the life you deserve. Enough, you don't deserve anything. The world doesn't care about your dreams, your potential, or the excuses you whisper to yourself in the dark. It only cares about one thing, results, and right now you have none. Every morning, you wake up to the same life you despise. You drag yourself out of bed, already defeated, already exhausted, not from effort, but from the crushing weight of knowing you're wasting your existence. You scroll through your phone, consuming garbage, watching men who have already conquered while you sit in silence, rotting in the background. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow comes and you're still the same weak, invisible, powerless man. Why? Because you've let weakness become your identity. You've let comfort sedate you. You've let mediocrity wrap its chains around your neck while you smile and pretend you're just taking your time. You're being erased from history before you're even dead. While you sit there, another man, one who isn't stronger, isn't smarter, but simply refuses to be weak. He's building an empire. He's grinding in silence while you sleep. He's training while you make excuses. He's executing. In a few years, you'll see him driving the car you always wanted, living in the house you dreamed about, standing next to the woman who wouldn't even look at you. In that moment, when you see him standing where you should have been, the regret will be unbearable. And it'll be over. While you were waiting for motivation, distracting yourself with mindless entertainment, he was moving. Without permission, without validation, without making a sound, he grinded in silence, and now he owns everything that should have been yours. So, are you ready to change, or are you going to keep waiting, keep hoping, keep watching other men win while you fade into nothing? Decide right now before another second is wasted. I was once exactly where you are, weak, broke, forgotten. I walked through life like a ghost, unseen, unheard, unimportant. I had no power, no influence, no respect. People looked through me like I wasn't even there, and it made me sick. But I refused to stay that way. I trained until my body ached. I studied until my brain burned. I worked until I collapsed, only to wake up and do it again. I did it all without a single word. While the weak begged for encouragement, I embraced the suffering alone. While others bragged about their half-measured efforts, I moved in complete silence, and now they have no choice but to notice me. But most of you, you'll never experience that transformation. You'll never know what it's like to walk into a room and command respect without speaking. You'll never know what it feels like to see the same people who once ignored you now fear your presence. Why? Because you're too soft, too addicted to comfort, too busy pretending you're working on it while you waste your years on distractions. Do you even understand how pathetic that is? You sit there watching interviews of successful men, convincing yourself that learning is enough. It's not. You consume motivation like it's an addiction, but you never act. You pretend you're getting ready, but deep down you know the truth. You're afraid of the work. You fear the grind. You fear the silence. You fear the loneliness of true discipline. And that fear is why you'll never have power. Power is taken, not given, and it's taken in silence. The world doesn't reward those who talk about success. It rewards those who show up every day and execute without hesitation. It rewards those who grind so relentlessly, so brutally, that by the time people realize what's happening, it's already too late to stop them. Will you be one of them, or will you stay exactly where you are, forgotten, invisible, weak? You're running out of time. You don't feel it yet, but you will. The years are slipping away. The seconds you waste now will haunt you forever. One day you'll wake up, stare at yourself in the mirror, and be disgusted. You'll see the body you never built, the money you never earned, the strength you never developed. And by then, it'll be too late. This isn't some motivational speech to make you feel good. This is a warning. Look at your life. Really look. What have you done? What have you built? Where's the proof of your effort? If you don't have an answer, you're failing. And failure isn't something that happens overnight. It's a slow, silent death. Every time you hit snooze, every time you delay action, every time you tell yourself tomorrow instead of now, you're digging your own grave. And while you're rotting in comfort, another man is out there taking everything that should have been yours. Right now, there's a man who wakes up at 4 a.m. without hesitation. A man who pushes himself past exhaustion, past pain, past every excuse you've ever made. A man who doesn't post about his efforts, who doesn't seek applause, who doesn't need validation, because he knows results are the only proof that matters. Soon you'll see him. You'll see him drive past you in the car you always wanted. You'll see him walk into a room, commanding respect without saying a word. You'll see him living in the house that could have been yours, standing beside the woman who wouldn't even look at you. And in that moment, when you realize he was never more talented, never smarter, never luckier, just more relentless than you, the regret will be unbearable. The worst part, you'll know deep down that you let it happen. You had the time, you had the opportunity, you had everything you needed to win, but you chose to waste it. This is your last warning. Either wake up now, shut up and move, or stay weak, stay forgotten, and watch as another man lives the life that should have been yours. The choice is yours, but time doesn't care. It'll move forward with or without you. You're already behind. From the moment you wake up, you're losing. While you're still debating whether to get up, whether to start, whether to try, another man has already won the day before it even started. When you meet him, he'll destroy you because life isn't fair. It doesn't reward those who mean well. It doesn't care about your excuses. It only rewards those who show up, execute, and dominate. Right now, while you waste time, another man is becoming stronger, sharper, richer, more powerful. When you finally decide to get serious, you'll realize he's already ahead. He's already built the network, the wealth, the discipline, the mindset you kept delaying. You'll be left scrambling to catch up, but it'll be too late. He built his empire in silence. This is how winners move. They don't announce their goals. They don't seek validation. They don't ask for permission. They grind in silence, stacking wins, accumulating power, until they're so untouchable the world has no choice but to respect them. That's what you must do from this moment forward. Cut out every weak habit. No more mindless scrolling. No more one last episode. No more wasting time with people who add nothing to your life. Move with purpose. Grind without noise, wake up before the sun, build without distraction, suffer without complaint. Every sacrifice you make brings you closer to domination. When the world finally sees what you've become, it'll be too late for them to stop you. So, what's it going to be? Will you be the one who dominates or the one left behind, watching another man take what should have been yours? Decide now, before another man makes the decision for you. Look at yourself. Are you proud, or do you see a man who's wasted his potential? Here's the brutal reality. If you're not moving forward, you're dying. Every second you hesitate, every excuse you make, every time you let weakness dictate your actions, you're falling further behind. The world doesn't wait for the weak. It erases them. The men who rise to the top, the ones who own the cars, the houses, the businesses, the respect, the influence, they're not special. They're not superhuman. They simply refused to be weak. They sacrificed comfort. They grinded in silence. They moved with discipline so ruthless that by the time the world realized what was happening, they were already too powerful to stop. But you blend into the background, unnoticed, unimportant, forgotten, and it's your fault. You had the time, you had the ability, you had everything you needed to win, but you were too soft, too afraid, too busy watching life instead of taking control of it. This is your last chance. Burn your old identity to the ground and rebuild yourself into a machine. No more waiting, no more distractions, no more weakness. Move in silence, grind when no one's watching. Build your empire while the world sleeps. When you finally step into the light, they won't recognize you, and by then, it'll be too late for them to stop you. What are you going to do? Be another nobody forgotten in the sea of weak men, or grind so hard in silence that one day the entire world has no choice but to acknowledge your greatness Decide because time's running out. Look at your life. No more delusions, no more lies, no more pretending. Are you where you want to be? Are you powerful? Are you wealthy? Do you walk into a room and command respect without saying a word? Or do people look right through you? Just another average, forgettable man. If you're not winning, you're losing. There's no neutral ground, no in between. The world's at war, and every second you hesitate, another man's taking what should have been yours. Every time you delay, another man moves ahead. Every excuse you make, every moment you waste, every bit of weakness you tolerate, it all adds up. When the day comes that you finally decide to take action, you'll look around and realize you were too late. The empire you could have built belongs to someone else. The wealth you could have had is in another man's bank account. The power, the respect, the influence, the life you always wanted, gone. Because while you were waiting for the right moment, someone else was grinding in silence. Now he owns everything that should have been yours. You've been lied to your whole life. They told you to take it slow, to enjoy the journey, that money isn't everything. And you believed them because it was easy, because it made you feel good, because it gave you permission to be weak. But look where that weakness has left you. Look at your bank account. Look at your body. Look at the life you've accepted for yourself. Are you proud, or are you sick to your stomach knowing you could have been so much more? Do you think the men who rule this world took it slow? Do you think the billionaires, the warriors, the leaders, the kings of industry wasted time finding themselves while others were working? No, they took action. They sacrificed, they bled for their success. They were willing to suffer for what they wanted. Now they walk through life untouchable, and you're invisible, a shadow, a ghost, a spectator in a world controlled by men who refuse to be weak. You think you have time, you don't. Every second you hesitate is a second you'll never get back. Every wasted moment is another nail in the coffin of your potential. You don't feel it yet, but you will. Right now, you're still convinced that one day you'll change, that eventually you'll start grinding, that tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow is the biggest lie you've ever believed. Tomorrow never comes. It turns into next week, then next month, then next year, until one day you wake up old, weak, broken, and full of regret. That regret will crush you. By then, the world will have moved on. No one will care about what you could have been. No one will care about your lost potential. You'll sit there, staring at the walls of a life you despise, knowing you did this to yourself. The worst part, you won't be able to go back and fix it. You'll scream at the universe for a second chance, beg for more time, but it won't come. You'll die with the knowledge that you could have been powerful, could have been a king, could have had everything, but you were too weak to take it. If that doesn't terrify you, you deserve to lose, because right now, there's still time. Right now, you still have a chance to turn it all around, but the window's closing fast. This is your final moment of clarity, the last time you'll see the truth before comfort and distractions drown it out again. So, what are you going to do? Keep waiting, keep hesitating, keep pretending you'll start tomorrow? Or are you going to stand the hell up, shut the hell up, and execute like your life depends on it? Because it does. From this moment forward, move like a warrior. No more talking, no more excuses, no more waiting. Grind in silence, suffer in silence, work while others sleep, build while others waste time, push through pain while others cry about how hard it is. Become ruthless with your time, your discipline, your ambition. Cut out everything that makes you weak. No more scrolling, no more distractions, no more wasting time with people who add nothing to your life. Wake up before the world, build in the dark. Push yourself so far that by the time the world sees what you've become, they won't recognize you. And by then, it'll be too late for them to stop you. So I ask you one last time, what the hell are you going to do? Be another nameless nobody, another weak man who talked about success but never earned it? Or are you going to grind so damn hard in silence that one day the entire world has no choice but to acknowledge your greatness? Decide, time's running out.